Aries, welcome to your Astro Reels. It's my pleasure to read for you, per the usual. And you know these readings are ultimately timeless and signless, so I'm saying Aries, but that's just because a lot of people still kind of look for their signs to know what to listen to. But if you're part of my collective, meaning that you've been energetically able to attract me, then please know that you're just part of the collective that I belong to, and those are the energies that I'm transmitting and reading for. So please feel free to watch all of the videos regardless of what sign is being promoted. So that's what I mean, that these are signless. You don't have to have any significant Aries placements in your natal chart for messages to come through for you. And you don't have to be watching this video at the time that it's published, because we're talking about energy. If it's appeared for you, the time is nigh, right? So if you'd like to work personally with me in any capacity, because you know we do it all, feel free to drop by my Etsy page. And yeah, bada bing, bada boom. So let's jump in, looking at the Aries frequencies, and just again, it's collective reading, but looking at these energies here, I did notice that 3 different decks wanted to work together. And I just noticed when I looked down, it's 1 minute, 11 seconds. So 111. And, oh, all of a sudden, I just heard them say, pick one. Okay, so maybe there's a pick a card situation going on here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give a little shuff. Oh, okay. Everyone's like, I want that one. Oh, you know, can you see what it is yet? Maybe not, because I see that glare. Anyway, so we'll put it right here, and it fell here. So maybe there's a connection to this deck. So go ahead and... I say just listen to all, but there's a reason why they're presenting this information like this. And so we'll go with that. Oh, okay, that one kind of shy, wanting to come out. Okay, feels a little inner childy. All right, so let's jump in. Let's see what 3. Oh, choose a deck. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay, 2, 3, 1. Okay, anyway, choose one. And we'll get in. As when I said to choose one, it was like 2:11, 2 minutes, 11 seconds, 211. So we'll start here with number 1. Vision Quest. All right. I'll go ahead and now they're saying do show all. Okay. Oh, okay. So the reason why they're saying it gives me a little bit of a trick energy here now that I'm saying this, because it's like I came in here to just read the collective energies, and then they started saying it started to unfold, right? Energy unfold as a what do you call it? Sorry, so many messages are coming through. As a pick a card. But at the same time, now that I've created the conditions for a pick a card situation, now they're saying pick one, and then they're like, it's a trick situation. And then on top of that, I see here the sudden wealth card, and right behind we see this eye. So it's kind of like the eye is watching. There's almost this idea of what is it that you are going to choose. And you're being observed. So, and I don't know where this observation is. It's not vibing necessarily as being observed by our spirit teams. It just almost feels a little bit like a trick situation. And so I would say this energy is very, very confusing. It's very, very weird. It's very, very odd. It's very, very hard to understand. So and it's just reflecting the energies that you may find yourself in at this time. So let's put it this way. What do you do when there's no right answer, when there's confusion around, when you think you're doing one thing and then things keep unfolding to show that, oh, wait, I should stop, and maybe now the situation has changed? What do you do in a case like that? You step back and you put your hands on the ground or wherever, like boom, and you just wait for things to unfold. Now I'm getting, it's almost as though, because now I'm getting this energy that like these 2 options are falling away, and little did we know that there's something here behind this. Seemingly, obviously, everyone would be like, I want the wealth one, because no one wants to do the inner work and create the vision. No one wants to, whatever this is showing up as, it's like a placeholder, because the Knight of Spears is showing us that anything can come in. It's almost like everyone just wants to go for the quick thing. Oh, let me make money. Oh, let me make money. Let me make money. Let me expand. Let me be something more. And not in a healthy way. It's just like, oh, this is a no-brainer. So what is it in your life that you feel is during this heavy transition period. We're in a heavy transition period. So if you're going through stress right now, please understand it's just going to be around for a little bit longer. We're all transforming. We're coming up to the portal day, and it does feel energetically like a transformational point. So please just know that there is a time limit on here. But you have to stop and think. If things are moving around, be mindful, because I just felt like, I want to take that, because this is what people are looking at. What can I have? What can I be? What can I do? Which is wonderful, but you don't get tunnel vision. Because see this weird eye looking here? It's like looking at you, and it's like a certain consciousness. So it feels almost like somebody waiting to attack you, and it's almost like a little bit of a plant. But at the same time, you're probably like, well, how can I know? I mean, it's hidden. So something's watching me from the bushes, but I'm not aware of it. But actually, if you're keeping it 100, if you're not just looking at the pot and you're looking at what's going on in the background, you'll realize, oh my God, that looks like a big eye back there. Look at that arch. It looks like a big eye. And then look, there it is. So in your environment right now, I would like to let you know that they're saying, whose eye would you like to be under? Would you like to be under the watchful, observant, and tricky eye of the unknown, of something that's just setting traps and waiting for people to walk in to it? Or would you like to set your own agenda and to see how she's got a little third eye kind of thing going on here? Set your own agenda, to sit, to be clear, to envision what it is that you want, to connect to your heart. Right? So let's talk about that, because it's kind of like, well, what does this, because these are energetic dynamics that are in the air. But anything that we're reading energetically is going to manifest in the physical. So a lot of times people struggle because they're unable to read energy in general, like in a conscious way. So in other words, they struggle to read incoming energy, or they struggle to connect with the parts of their body, their mind, spirit body, their energetic body, meaning their clairvoyance, their clairaudience, all that, in order to see beyond what is physically in their face. And so that's why it's very important to, when we read these energetic dynamics, to also give examples of how that may play out in the physical, because we're very good at seeing physical stuff. So for example, let's put this in the context of a job. Let's say that you're like, oh my God, I'm really getting the itch that it's time to, or even move. Yeah, move from a job, move from a home is what they're saying also. If you're getting the itch, like, oh, the writing's on the wall, I'm seeing it, things are drying up, I'm feeling the push, I'm getting itchy feet, whatever it is. All of a sudden, your mind is just like, okay, it's time to move. It's time to whatever. I'm getting proactive because this is what I need to do. This is what we're told to do in the physical. And so the problem here is that some of you may interpret this writing on the wall as meaning it needs to be taken care of right now. You need to find something right now. You need to change right now. Instead, moving from a more vibrational understanding of what's going on with reality is understanding that when something manifests in the physical, to kind of give you that nudge, like, oh, hey, it's time to get going. You need to then go into getting quiet, taking the time to I heard them say garden. So some of you, gardening. Yeah, maybe physically gardening, but planting seeds also, right? It's time to stop, sit, reflect, get calm, ground, and then envision, try to understand where you are, what's the intel coming to you, because the signs on the wall are just your alerts. But it doesn't mean get out now, it means sit and plan. And so when you give yourself the chance to sit and plan, you give yourself the chance to express yourself, to talk with your inner child, to talk with yourself. Notice I'm not saying to call your mother, to call your best friend, to call this and that. No, I'm talking to get calibrated with yourself. Where am I in life? What are my emotions? Am I getting afraid? Am I feeling the nudge? Am I starting to get triggered? Is my inner child triggered because now I have to move and I get triggered around major changes in my life? How am I like reacting to that? Am I starting to bark at people? Am I starting to lose my balance? Am I starting to pretty much run around like a chicken with my head cut off? Am I bringing in prayer? Am I using my self-care routine? What is my process for transition? That's what you're being asked to do. Even DNA, when the DNA is ready, when the cell is ready to split, all the little cute little chromosomes and all that and blah, 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 and they're hanging out, they start to condense together, and all the little DNA, and they start to create the actual shape, the packaging shape that we see all the time with the X's and blah, 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 whatever. And why? It's so that they can be ready for the cell division. But other than that, when they're not going into cell division stage, 10 minutes, 10 seconds, they're hanging out. They're just hanging out, being super cute. So now you have to ready yourself and package yourself for this transition. And that means getting clear, getting grounded, connecting with self, asking for your spiritual guidance, putting your feelers out, looking around, but gather yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, because you reaching out and looking in newspapers and talking to people about jobs and that, yeah, that's a form of preparation, but that's not the first form of preparation. The first form of preparation is to clean up the energy, so that when you start to reach out in the physical, you have ensured that you've laid the non-physical groundwork, so that whatever pops up in your physical as options for you to start looking into are of quality. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it, and the way they've chosen to structure this reading is as an unfolding, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. And they're saying there's beauty in the unfolding and in the in-between, because in the in-between stages in life, the desert periods, we don't realize it because we keep waiting for things to happen in our physical. But what's actually happening is things are unfolding within divine timing. And the beauty of that, which I'm just annoyed at also, because you know me, guys, I like to get stuff. Just tell me what to do so I can do it, right? But frustration. But the beauty of that is that it gives you time to clean up the energy, allow for timelines that are beneficial to you to be pulled in and activated to the point that they can start to manifest in your life. And quick example, you saw my light just flickered. Quick example, the minute I thought about the husband situation. If you're one of those people, just for example, obviously not all of you are looking for a husband. If one of you are like, I want to get a husband, right? Or I want to get a husband, or whatever's going on in your life, and you're like, let me hit those dating apps. I just want to slow you down real quick. I just want to slow you down real quick. Really quickly. Why? Because you're going about it the wrong way. You want the husband, and now you start looking at the forms that are available, the physically manifested things, the dead meat on the plate already. God bless, God bless. We all love meat. God bless. But you get my point? Instead, if you say you want a husband, you start the preparation. You start to do the internal work, clean up your energetic field, meaning, get energy healing sessions. We do that, but you can also do that in many ways with yourself and your spirit team. But start to clean up what's going on, address your inner child issues, become aware of any attachment issues you have, do your shadow work. Take a look at your life around you. You say you want a husband, but are you living in a tiny box apartment? Do you even have room for that? Right? Start to create the conditions. Are you living a solitary life, but you're trying to bring someone else in? What does the energy look like? Do you hate men underneath, but you don't really realize it? Do you feel like you're undeserving? Do you hate yourself? All of these things are what go into the pot that create the timelines, or that activate the timelines that you then start to move on. So if you want to attract somebody that is for your highest well-being, and you're not in a highest well-being, you're in a so-so well-being energetic standpoint, when you walk outside your door, you're meeting energetic so-so people. And a lot of times people don't realize they're actually having not even a so-so energetic well-being situation. They're having a virtual dearth of self-value, of hope and faith, of excitement, of curiosity. They don't have those energies in their field at that time. And so guess what they start getting when they step out the door? So long story short, Aries, super cutes. The guides are saying also watch what you're consuming, the media you're consuming. Look at the people that are populating the characters in the TV shows that you're watching, in the gurus that you're going towards. Look at the quality of those people. Those are forms that are reflecting back to you the energy you have in your field. If you like serial killer stuff, hey, we're all curious and stuff. As someone who does past life readings, I just want to let you know, take a look at yourself, okay? You may be an angel this time, but listen, we out here, okay? Long story short, the point is it's time to clean up, and this is how you start to bat in the big leagues. Big leagues. If you want big league things, you have to be big league. That's all I'm going to say because I'm running out of time. God bless you. Bye.